Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do two looks on one face at a time, basically half and half. So I want to do a look on how I used to wear my makeup every single day to college. Basically my teenage and crossing over teenage when I was in college, versus how I would wear my makeup to college today. Because I already made a video on how I used to wear my makeup as a teenager when my special occasion makeup. You already watched it. I'm sure you had a good laugh. So I thought, why not just show you how I used to do it on a regular basis as well. But then I didn't want it to be repetitive, which is why I thought I'd just show you how I would do it today as well. And this is obviously not that makeup look because this is obviously the same makeup, so you have to watch the video for that. So yeah, I hope this video is quite hilarious too, and I hope that you do pick up a thing or two, that if you are going to college, you do pick up a few things that from this video, or you do know how not to make the kind of mistakes that I did, because life is too short. You can't keep making your own mistakes to learn from them. You gotta learn from others' mistakes as well. So please learn from my mistakes, because I did make a lot. So please keep watching. So I'm going to start off with my face, and for my face I wouldn't really change much back then and back now. I think this is the one good habit that stayed with me, which is applying sunscreen as my main skincare thing for the day. Now normally I wouldn't wear anything else on this side on a regular basis, day to day to college, but if I had to do something now, I think instead of wearing a powder on my face, I would much rather wear a cream, like a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. But since I don't have that with me, I'm going to take a tiny little bit of my foundation, a very tiny little bit of my foundation, and I'm going to mix that in my Color Bar Spot Illuminating Cream. This is really nice. This can be like a moisturizer for, it's a moisturizer for all over your face, but it does highlight from within, so it gives you a nice little glow from within. But then that this side does already look like it's glowing from within, and I would like to put on some more product on my face, for which I wanted a base, if I had the time, that is. But not much, just a very tiny bit, not like a full face, but just the tiniest amount. Actually, I would sometimes spot conceal my face without doing anything else. Never just spot conceal if you don't have a concealer exactly the color of your skin. But I used to do that. I learned not to put it under my eyes because it would just end up looking ashy. So foundation is something that I would 100% skip if I didn't have the time, but I would definitely use an illuminating moisturizer like this for some glow, because I need a glow. But then there is one step that I would just not leave home without in today's day and age, and this is something I only started doing when I was working. This is something that I did not do when I was in college, and that is just ridiculous. In high school I wore no makeup, but if there's one thing I can go back and change about my face, about those pictures, I wish I could just go back and draw some eyebrows in all my pictures in high school. Obviously if I was not wearing any base products, I would do nothing to my face here. But then if there is one thing I could do to my face before running out of the door, it would be bronzing up my skin, just to give it some dimension and so it doesn't look so round and flat. And for that I'm going to use my Freedom Pro Stroke palette, and I'm not asking you to go all out and contour your cheekbones out and stuff like that, but definitely bronze up your face. It makes such a big difference. It's something that none of us realize, but then I'm just going to do half my face with it and you'll know now. To set everything under my eyes, I'm going to use this banana shade of powder. My foundation I don't want to set because I just want this skin to look luminous and glowy. I wouldn't actually do anything for my eyeshadow, because honestly speaking it would do no good, and I already have such pigmented eyelids that I do have a lot of contouring naturally in my eyes. So I don't think, if I've not put any concealer on top, this is the reason why, because I didn't want to put anything on top at all, so I didn't even put a base. Did you know that I studied to be an architect, and that requires staying up a lot for juries and stuff like that, and for submissions? So we used to, actually there were times where I woke up and I had forgotten to, I didn't wake up because I pulled an all-nighter, and I just got up from my desk where I was working, from my drafting table, and I'd go take a bath and everything, and I'd forget to brush because I stayed up all night anyway, and I just took a break in the morning, so I'd forget to brush my teeth. It was that bad. Like, it happened to me once actually, and I'm sure it happened to every single architecture student out there. But what I'm trying to say is we are generally pressed for time, so this is something that I'm literally stretching myself. But if I was not studying to be an architect, if I had a little more time and I was not so pressed for time at all times, and I was looking exceptionally dull, I would probably put on some blush. But because this video is not just for all you architecture students, I'm going to wear it. I'm using my NYX blush in Mocha here because it's nice and brightening. At the same time, it's not in your face. Like, I don't think anyone can even tell that you're wearing blush when you wear NYX Mocha. It looks very, very natural. For my eyes, this is what I used to do. I already showed you what I used to do in a video. So I'd apply the thickest line on top, and my eyes would look really small and I'd find it really annoying. So I'd apply the thickest line on bottom, and then on a regular basis, on an everyday basis, I would actually take black eyeshadow. I'm using my Stila palette over here, but I had this Lakme eyeshadow quad called Moon Dust or something. I had 3 of those quads because I did go through the black eyeshadow, like, and I would press it on my kajal to set it. And this is something that I learned on YouTube. This is something I started to do after 2009. Before 2009, I used to actually apply powder just under my kajal. That's what I did. Today, I wouldn't wear eyeliner or kajal because I know how sensitive my eyes are, and it makes no sense to apply eyeliner. But if at all I had to apply eyeliner, I'd probably just apply a flick of winged eyeliner, like liquid eyeliner. I wouldn't really do this on an everyday basis. I wouldn't. And yeah, what I would actually do on this eye would be to apply mascara every single day. This is my L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes Extra Black Mascara, and the reason why I'm picking this mascara out, or even say the Maybelline Colossal Volume Mascara, this one, because these are not waterproof mascaras, and I would definitely not want a waterproof mascara on a day-to-day basis because I really feel that they pull out your lashes and they do damage your lashes bad. So if at all I had to do something, I'd just do a washable version of mascara. If I were going to college today and if I had any time on my hands at all after doing my brows, this is something that I would definitely do after brows and bronzing. Not much. I would definitely highlight my face a little. Very initially, when I was not into makeup, I used to use this Lakme Juicy Tube kind of a lip gloss, which I don't have anymore. Then I started using matte lip glosses. I had Pink Lemonade and Lychee Lux, which were my favorite. Now I have one Color Bar lip gloss in the shade Coral Embrace, and this is exactly the same as MAC's Lychee Lux. And today, if I had to apply any lipstick, I think I would apply something like this shade called Bear from my Color Bar Velvet Matte Lipsticks or something. I would definitely apply a lipstick like this. And yeah, I think this is how I would do my makeup today compared to what I used to do once upon a time on a regular basis. I think this used to take a lot more time than it did here. So I would definitely not do this, and my eyes are definitely a lot more sensitive than they were back then. I would definitely do my brows, and yeah, the other things I don't think I'd be very fussy about. If I had to leave home every day at 9 o'clock, I don't think I would be able to get a lot up. But then yeah, a few things that I wouldn't do without would be my eyebrows and bronzer. My eyebrows and concealer or bronzer. I don't know, one of the two. So yeah, you get it, right? That is it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you soon. Bye.